There are new and exciting things coming out in the pedal world all over the place. Last year at the 2018 Winter NAMM show, Gamechanger Audio brought us the plasma pedal. Well, my friend Park Kingery from Park's Custom Pedals, who I've actually demoed a couple of his pedals on my channel here in the past. Park has a pretty cool pedal stash of his own, and you know, being the kind of guy that he is, I didn't ask him for this or anything. He just did it, and you know, and I'm very grateful for. You know, he boxed up some of his coolest pedals and sent them to me specifically so I could demo them here on the channel. So. And I actually opened them up I opened up the box and went through everything on a live stream, and the very last one that I pulled out was this one, and I knew this was going to be the first one that I demoed because I had seen all the hype about it when it was released when it was announced at Winter NAMM last year. So this thing is one of the most unique pedals that I have seen come out in a long time. I've yammered on about it enough. Let's hear what it sounds like. very interesting device. These are the guys at Gamechanger Audio. They don't have a whole lot of designs or models under the belt yet, but the ones that they do have are so insanely unique from everything else that's out there. I mean, you can't help but love them just for their creativity. Now, tone-wise, this thing sounds, it's a, they call it a high-voltage distortion unit is how it's labeled. To me, it's definitely more of a fuzz than anything else. And, if I were going to compare it to one, and if you follow my channel for a while, I'm not really much of a fuzz guy. But if I were going to compare it to a well-known fuzz, I mean, it's kind of got this Big Muff flavor to it more than anything. So, but a gated Big Muff. It's got a really, really strong noise gate on it, and I don't know, this pedal does not belong to me, so I'm not going to crack it open and see if there's any kind of internal pots or anything. I'm just going to use it as is, and I'm not going to mess with it. So, because especially with that little plasma tube thing in there, I don't want to damage it unknowingly. So here is a close-up of the plasma pedal itself. The controls here are a little bit different from what you might see. They got a low feed and a high feed, or a low frequency and a high frequency. That's your high and low tone controls, of course. Volume, of course, is your level control. Voltage is the gain control. This one gets a little funky because, if you turn it down too far, there's also, the noise gate that I mentioned is also seems to be tied to this control. Because if you turn it down too far, not only do you see the plasma tube in there doesn't get quite as active anymore. You kind of see the light start to fade out in it, but the gate seems to turn up on it, and that kind of makes it a little bit tough to control. So I found right around in there is probably where it needs to start anyway. Definitely meant to be used in higher gain settings, at least for what I could tell. And finally, we have the blend control, and this one is actually pretty interesting because this actually controls the blend between the circuit of the pedal itself and also your clean signal running through it. So if you noticed, when I had it all the way to the left, turned all the way to the left was basically just clean dry guitar signal going into the amplifier. All the way the other direction, which is where I ran it for most of the playthrough demo, is all plasma pedal, and I left it there because I wanted to specifically hear the circuit itself. There is one other feature here. You may have noticed me flip something on the back. This back switch right here is labeled Clean EQ, and it's just a two-way toggle switch on/off. I did mess around with that, and it did kind of seem to change the flavor a little bit of the overall tone. Also, this thing is heavy. I mean, this thing feels like it weighs about 3 pounds or something crazy. So I can only imagine the amount of circuitry that's in this thing. The solid metal built like a freaking tank. Let's see, top mount input and output jacks, standard 9-volt input, so it does play well. It does play nice with most pedal boards. And then, of course, the tag and the rubber feet on the back. Most notably, that plasma tube in there. Even if you don't like the sound of it, I don't care who you are, that thing is freaking cool. I wish I had that on every pedal. I know somebody out there built a flux capacitor pedal of some kind, but these folks at Gamechanger Audio took that idea to a whole nother level. This thing's pretty cool. Now, from what I know about these are not cheap pedals. These things go in, I want to say, about the $350 range. I'm not. I'll post the actual price. The going street price for these things on the screen here below me. But these are not real. These are not the cheapest pedal in the world. So. If you're into high-end, weird pedals, kind of fuzzy-sounding, type of stuff, this very well may be for you. If you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting the subscribe button down below. There's also an alert icon right next to said subscribe button down below. The alert icon will make sure that you don't miss out on future content of this channel, theoretically anyway, as YouTube sees fit, it would appear. Please leave a comment down below. Let me know if you enjoyed the demo, if you enjoyed the video, or any other thoughts that you may have on the plasma pedal from Gamechanger Audio. Go check out Gamechanger Audio. They're coming out with some really, really unique stuff that you're not seeing anywhere else on the market. Links to all the gear used in this video will be down in the description. Thank you so much for watching.